Oh, wait, yeah, get in frame.
I'm in frame. All right, so it took, what was this, like a couple months ago?
It was on September 4th, I think.
Okay.
Something
We
like
are
that.
back for, we review every Brendan Fraiser thing.
Yes.
Part 2.
Part 2.
Which is technically part 1 because this is the top tier.
Yes.
And we're going to do this up here in the office for visual continuity.
Sounds
And
good
I
to
just
me.
finished work, so I'm still wearing my my Willy Wonka outfit, as it was called. All right, go ahead. Where are we going?
All right, so I guess off the bat, I'll do some like honorable mentions.
All right, was there
TV
anything
shows.
that you wanted to change from the first one?
Sure. Okay.
Let's do that first. Last time on Let's Review Everything,
Last
Brendan
time,
Fraiser.
yeah. I just because I rewatched it and I was like, oh, I got some things wrong. So first off, River Phoenix dogfight. The main guy is River Phoenix.
Young Indiana Jones.
Yes, it literally says it on the poster. It's fine. I'm bad with faces.
Matt Damon?
I was like, I know it isn't him, but it's someone I put in the same like category, which is accurate.
River Phoenix died outside of the Viper Club of a drug overdose when Johnny Depp owned it.
I did hear about that a while ago, I
Mhm.
think. Or I heard about it a while ago.
Yeah, it
I
happened
also
in
assume
1993.
Yeah. I erroneously said that Animus in Secret of Karma does not speak. He does.
Wow.
But hey, that movie, I straight up downloaded that movie on my laptop. I might make you watch it with me at some point, but we're going to have to be drunk for
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
at some point.
I'm uploading right now. Whenever I don't know when I'm gonna put this out, but we shot the review last night. Dave and Lana and I and Heather, because Lana can't remember Alex's name, kept calling her Heather. So from now on, she's just Heather.
Amazing.
But Lana was drunk as can be, and that review is hilarious.
That sounds amazing. I need to. I can't wait to experience that. What else? Oh yeah, I moved Monkey Bone up a tier.
Okay.
I like it more every time I rewatch
All
it.
right.
So
I mean, I haven't seen it since the theater.
that's fair.
So, but because I had read the graphic novel, and because of everyone who was involved with the movie, I wanted it to be something that it wasn't. But maybe when I go back and rewatch it,
I still think that's true. There's still something that's like a little bit of a miss for me in it, but I do like it more.
I like Henry Selk, you know, and I like that whole kind of cool world design. I just think that it doesn't go where I thought it should have gone. So
I concur.
All right, so you move that up a tier.
Okay, and then the last thing with our train joke, I knew there was a movie with trains in it, and I forgot Mrs. Winterbourne, which is not one I've talked about yet. That'll be in this section, but Mrs. Winterbourne, it literally opens with a train crash. I don't know how I forgot.
And I said that's not very autistic of you.
No.
Or Tylenol American.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's American. Yeah. That's a good movie.
Because that was the idea we were going to shoot last week, and then I got stuck here. Was the trains that are around the corner from my apartment.
Yeah, you did a good job
I shot it by
me,
myself, but I had to do it because the cop was waiting. There's like because I had to pull into this like gravel parking lot, and there was a cop like following me. I was like, I gotta do this quick and get out of here.
I'm imagining that interaction, like the cop does come up, and while you're filming, you're like, "What are you doing?" It's like, so
just hold the Tylenol up at him and point to the train.
Right, like,
as you were, sir. Or I throw them at him and he dodges them because he doesn't want to catch autism. Like,
he doesn't want to catch autism. God,
all right, let's go.
Okay.
So where are we going next?
So all right,
honorable mentions.
What?
You said honorable mentions.
Oh yeah, honorable mentions. I have watched. So I'm only missing 2 TV shows and like an audio drama that he's in.
Once you get through all of them, will you what is that going to feel like?
I don't know.
Like you've.
I don't know. I guess I'll feel accomplished.
Okay.
I don't know.
But it'll be like people who are from like Nebraska who went off to World War II. And it's like, how do you go back to the farm after seeing the lights of Paris?
Right? Like, I'm going to be good at really specific movie recommendations for a while. You know what I mean? Like, it just...
And he might do another Mummy. I tagged you in that
I
thing
saw
the other day.
that. Yeah, I thought it was just a rumor, but now like people are actually reporting on it.
Because that was my idea. I think I did a renewed of like how I would reboot the Mummy series, but including him and having him be a descendant of Rick's. That way he doesn't have to be beautiful and
he is beautiful.
I know, but like he doesn't have to be cut and stuff like that.
No,
he could be like more of like a like a bookwormish kind of guy.
I wouldn't hate that. But yeah, there's that. And then like I know he's got. I plugged the one movie and then didn't mention it, the name of it. Rental Family.
That's the new one coming out.
Yeah, that's coming out. I'm very, very excited. And then he's got something coming out called Pressure. I don't know when exactly.
When does Rental Family come out?
I believe that was November 21st.
I'll see if I can get us press passes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because I did the DiCaprio one, and I'm on their list. I'll just see what else is coming up. Yeah, I'll figure that out. Okay. You get to see Brendan Fraiser early.
I would be very happy about that.
Alright.
But okay, right. The shows. Wow, that flustered me way more than I thought it would. I'm sorry. I've been a little. But okay, so I would say like top tier shows that I've watched of his. I'll go into his Scrubs episodes later because I put them on the tier list even though they're not a movie.
Because you teared up while watching them.
I mean, yeah, it's notoriously the saddest episode.
I only knew the twist. I'd only seen that scene.
It's notoriously like the saddest. His death is notoriously the saddest episode of. Spoilers. I think I already mentioned that.
You did, yeah. We had this conversation.
Yeah, but so yes, the first few times I watched it, I cried. Now I can watch it without crying, but it's still really, really good. And I even noticed something last night. I was watching it, or like a night or two ago, and I was like, "Oh my god, I just processed this." So it's very high rewatchability. But I'll get back to that. His Scrubs episodes are amazing. Doom Patrol was fantastic.
Yes.
I loved that. I watched the entirety of season 3 in a day. And then season 4 took me a little bit longer, but wow, just phenomenal.
Yep.
And I can't say enough about it. I love Doom Patrol. That is so.
It's one of my favorite comic books of all time. I always said when I was a kid, like if I ever could make a movie of a superhero team, it would be Doom Patrol. But I would go with just that 80s style that they went with the show, which is all the really weird stuff, you know. So
I really, because I think I've casually, offhandedly said before, like I'm kind of sick of superheroes and whatnot, and you know, both this and The Boys I found kind of got past that feeling. The Boys because it's like
gory as fuck.
It's gory, and, like it is satirizing, you know, and all that. And then this because it was just so batshit. Yeah. Like,
and all that shit's from the comics.
Yeah, I figured. I was, in fact, the crazier it got, the more I was like, that is from the comics. Like, I was, like, positive. Because I was like, if they were writing this as a cohesive story, as a show, they wouldn't have put that in there. So I'm like, no. But then, of course, I was watching it with Neil. Yeah. But Gerald hadn't been watching it with me. And he joined in the middle of, like, the musical episode, which also, huge props that I like the musical episode a lot. Because I hate musicals. I hate people randomly bursting into song during movies. It drives me insane.
Yeah.
That was really, really good. I love that episode. But,
was that the Danny the Street one?
No.
That one had a musical number
I
at the
guess
end
it did
of
have
too,
a musical. That was, like, that felt more in line with Danny as a concept. Yeah. No, this is like the Immortus episode.
Oh yes, okay.
Immortimus. Oh my god. But oh my god, shit. What was I just saying? Oh yeah. And he so I was trying to explain the show to Gerald, like try to catch him up, and he was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
So you got Negative Man, you got Robot Man.
I was like balls deep in explaining the zombie butts. I was like. So they're were-butts, and these ones are also zombies. That one's not, though. Like, like, insane. And then I was like, no, so Cliff is a giant robot, but, like, a bigger one than usual. Yeah. Now he's got to get back. Oh, my God. It was, like...
And she's got 100 personalities, and each of them have a
super... 64, I
64
think.
personalities, and each of them have a power, and... Yeah.
It was, just... Very, very fun show, and everything was so bad. I kept sending the John Mulaney gif that's like, this might as well happen. Yeah. And I'm like, that's pretty much every episode I was like, fuck it.
And the thing about the Doom Patrol is they predate the X-Men.
Yes.
And that's the whole thing is like, that everybody doesn't realize that Stan Lee ripped off the X-Men, you know? They even have a fucking leader in a wheelchair, you know? And his, I love when they get to his stuff, too.
I know, I'm like, I don't...
Remember reading that in the comics for the first time, being like, what the fuck? Like,
dude, insane. Insane show. it's like the only superhero adjacent thing that's made me want to go read the comics.
Yep. Oh, I think you'd love all of the 80s and early
sure
90s stuff. And then I think when you get into that, then you'd have to start reading Animal Man as well, because Animal Man's the same writer at that time period.
Okay.
And it's so fucking weird that Animal Man, they get to a story where they've essentially written him into a corner, so he leaves the story to meet the writer to figure out where they're going to go from there.
Okay.
So it's and then they have another one where the Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote is essentially a parable for Jesus.
Sure.
So he has to keep the Wile E. Coyote keeps dying for our sins over and
God.
over again.
this legit sounds so fun and so good, and I just
but no, I was very excited to see what you thought of Doom Patrol.
Love it.
That was a spin-off of obviously of Titans, because Beast Boy was on, with Raven and all that kind of stuff. So
I have not watched the entirety of Titans. I did have to go watch the episodes that Brendan's in.
Yeah, because they brought Cyborg into Doom Patrol and all that kind of stuff. They did it.
That was cool. I thought that, because I know him from watching the animated Teen Titans when I was a bit younger. So it was cool seeing more of him in his story.
Yeah, and they did a good job, like, intertwining those characters. The only thing I wanted more of was Animal Vegetable Mineral Man.
I know,
He's just a one-off, and I wanted that is my favorite design of
so
anything.
Good. They kept, like, there would be, because I pay attention to, like, tiny little details all the time, because I'm insane. There would be, like, news broadcasts in the background of him, or, like, I kept thinking there was gonna be some sort of, and I can't decide if I kind of like that it stayed a background thing. Yeah. Or if I would have preferred, I don't know.
I wanted more of them. I was like, we got Flex Metallo. I wanted more Animal Vegetable Mineral Man.
I got so mad. I messaged you and I was like, oh, I've gotten to the guy who can like do things with his muscles or whatever. And I was like, that means the orgasm scene's probably soon, because you had told me about a few things. Yeah. And I had also misunderstood and thought that the street caused the orgasm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now it happens there, but I got the but yeah, and then I messaged you and I'm like, and of course, Cliff is the only one who does not orgasm because he is a robot. I was like, that's hysterical. But,
that's such a
and then he
bizarre...
fucking fakes it so he doesn't oh my god. And then afterward he's like, no, I wouldn't do that, I respect you guys too much. Dude. This show was hysterical. It was batshit insane. Like,
And you said you liked the way it wrapped up, but I wanted more.
That's fair.
They're not doing any more of those shows, obviously. So
I think like I like the way it wrapped up, knowing that, because I wouldn't want it to run itself into the ground either.
And it ends itself sort of how that run ends as well.
That's what I figured. I got the vibe throughout it. It was more or less comic accurate. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect, but more or less comic accurate. And I felt like, again, I think while I would have enjoyed more, I think the way they wrapped it up, so that they don't run it into the ground was fine.
Yeah, and because they canceled like Titans, they canceled. Yeah. Swamp Thing was amazing. Got canceled after 6 or 7 episodes. Damn. But they shot an entire first season, but I think they canceled it, and it was awesome. It was fucking
I'm gonna have to watch that too.
They introduced the Floronic Man and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, let's get into your...
Okay, yes. Right. I meant to quickly... Hated Season 3 of The Affair. I have not watched anything else of The Affair. Every character was the worst human being I've ever met. I hate all of them.
You met them?
No, not literally. But, I hate all of them. Brendan has the coolest arc in it.
Okay.
He plays a prison guard. And the whole, I guess, spoilers for Season 3 of The Affair, which I was looking at things later and everyone was like, the consensus is this is the worst season of the show, so maybe the rest of it's better, and that Brendan's the only good part of this season. But he's a prison guard who's abusing our main character in prison, which I'm gonna be real, I hated that guy. He deserved it. I don't give a shit. And then in the end,
slowly get out of the frame.
And then at the end, main character Noah is his name. He goes and confronts Brendan at his house. And he's nothing like that. And it turns out that Noah hallucinated the whole thing. And Brendan just plays a regular, like, guy who, like, happens to be a prison guard.
I see.
And, Yeah, so that was
What a
really cool.
twist.
Yeah, I like the twist. I like how they revealed the twist that last episode. Oh, it's not the last episode of the season. I just didn't watch the last. I didn't watch the 10th episode because I didn't give a shit anymore. Condor was phenomenal. We're probably gonna watch season 2 because he's only in season 1. And then Texas Rising was pretty good. I enjoyed that. But okay, so that's the TV shows.
All right. Now we're into the list.
Now into the list. So we left off a little above halfway.
Okay.
Where it was I like this, but it's like kind of cringy.
Yeah.
And then I realized that the next tier is incredibly similar. It's just I like the movies more. It's called Great, but ...
Again, put a lot of work into this.
I did. I really did. I've actually redone the tier list since. Just the top tiers. I like moved things around, split one of the tiers in half, and all that because I'm not gonna retroactively change.
You're mentally ill.
Yes. Yeah. Also that. But so this is where Monkey Bone got moved to, is the Great Butt tier.
Okay. Great butt.
Great butt. So then, okay, we also have Journey to the End of the Night, George of the Jungle, Mrs. Winterbourne, Guilty Until Proven Innocent, Gods and Monsters, and The Scout. I'll start with Gods and Monsters. Yeah, because we've done that one before. Fun fact, so we posted the one review and for it, and I had actually kind of wanted to redo it. I felt like it was a little short, and I didn't get to say everything I wanted to. I was also planning on...
Sorry.
No, that's on me. That's on me. And I wanted to read the script because apparently there are a lot of changes between the script and the final movie. So I rewatched it, and I had a horrible dissociation flashback thing at the scene, which was really funny when I watched the review back because I was like, I should be fine to rewatch it now because I know it's coming. No, absolutely not.
6 weeks later.
Yeah. So instead of insisting that we refilm it, you just posted that one and that is fine. But yeah, so the butt of that movie is that I just can't handle that scene apparently. If you can, then you'll probably absolutely love this. But I enjoyed it. Go watch our review of it. Okay, where should we go from here?
Over and over. Tell a friend.
Yeah, right? Okay, I guess we'll move this way. So Journey to the End of the Night.
Which is not connected to Journey to the Center of the Earth,
no,
right? Okay.
They're not. This actually came out first.
All right.
This is for 2000... I don't remember. 5 or 6, I think.
So this is a prequel.
Oh, because it's... Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's got to be around 2005 or 6 because I'm picturing...
Crash was
2004.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. Sorry, I'm picturing it visually. I have,
When was Looney Tunes back in action?
2003.
2003? Okay.
I just said 3. 2003.
Did you get to that already?
I haven't talked about it
Okay,
yet,
so we get to that.
really
I'll tell my story of that.
Okay, yes, please do. Okay, so Journey to the End of the Night is, so the great part is the story is pretty solid, but the butt is actually, Brendan's character is rough. He's a racist, cokehead.
I like him already.
They're all...
Happy Yom Kippur.
Oh my god. Is it?
Today is.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. See, my grandmother on my dad's side was Jewish. And so, strictly speaking, the way it follows, my dad is Jewish, but I'm not. But I wasn't raised Jewish anyway, so... Metzler.
Free Palestine.
Yes. But... So, right, during the End of the Night, they're mafia, I think. I only watched this the once. And so I'm trying to, piece it together. And like I said, my brain's been messed up. I'm sorry. But yeah, they're in a gang of some kind. And I believe his father is, the one who runs it. And there's this whole side plot where you're introduced to this woman he's seeing, and then you find out afterwards that this woman is also married to his dad, so that's gross.
Isn't that the second time? No, he had to replace his mom.
Oh, yeah. In
Yeah.
Younger and Younger, his dad was hallucinating him as...
Yeah.
Not uncomfortable. Because then there's a kid, and both Brendan's character, I think his name Paul, and his dad both think it's theirs. I don't know. That's a whole separate thing. But yeah, he's...
Kid I went to high school with. Straight up, his mom and his sister were both screwing around with a guy who I used to play hockey with, who, like, he was one of those dudes who had, like, the dirt stash and, like, the 1,000-yard stare. Like,
man.
You know, and he got the mom... No, he got the girlfriend pregnant, but the mom, like, didn't know that... So it was, like, a whole thing, and we found out about it. And
boy.
Yeah, so we were at a hockey practice one time and a fight broke out, and it was this dude, and I was like, oh my god, like, continue.
That's crazy. No, thank you for adding that to this. I know at one point he makes somebody kill a dog to like threaten this blind guy. Or it's fucked up. I wish I remembered more of the plot itself. I'm sorry, I just remember all the fucked up things that Brendan did. Or Paul, his character.
Paul, yes.
My phone locked.
Brendan would never do those things.
No, I can't imagine he would. But yeah, I could.
We should start a gang.
Obviously, yeah. I think I could stand to rewatch that, but I'm gonna cringe at a few different points. Not because it's cringe
Whose
humor,
kid was
but they never tell you.
Oh!
It's literally like the whole time you can just both of them are like, yeah, that's my kid, and then they just don't reveal it.
They could have gone on Maury.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But yeah, I think it was better than all the horrible stuff I'm remembering, because I put it pretty high, but yeah. Okay, well, from there we have George of the Jungle.
Okay, which I saw in the theater.
Okay, I definitely saw when I was a kid, and I could not remember
Is that 95 or 97?
It's 97.
97? Okay.
So it would have come out the year I was born.
Okay.
Sorry to make you feel old.
I was in 8th grade.
Yeah, I was going to say you should be, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was like, when did I see it? Because... I don't know, I just couldn't, and then I actually I went and visited my mom somewhat recently, and my cousin is there. He and I are like about a month apart, and we used to be like super, super tight back in the day, and I was talking about this whole foray of mine, because of course I was, and I think I watched it with him actually, because he said that we watched it like a million times as a kid, so I guess I remember it from that.
I really liked Leslie Mann.
Yes.
The blonde who was in it, who's married to Judd Apatow. But I really liked her in, like, that and The Cable Guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, once I got past the cringe humor, again, I just don't, it's a solid movie. Again, also, it is a kid's movie, and I'm 28. But, and
it's based on, like, little short cartoons, too.
But I liked the self-awareness. I liked the storyline itself. I don't know. It was fun.
Yeah.
I had a good time watching it. Just at the beginning when he's like fighting the lion, I was just like, stop it, and like he keeps running into a tree, and it drives me insane. I know that's like the thing, but I'm
Watch
like, you're 25 now. Like, well, he was a little bit older, but character-wise, George is 25. You can learn to avoid trees, my dude. This is me being like a bitter adult, I'm sure. But yeah, aside from the parts that made me cover my face because I just can't handle secondhand embarrassment. It was a really fun movie.
How do you rewatch our videos?
I don't know. They don't make me cringe.
Oh,
I
man.
feel like I stand by what I say generally. Sometimes I'm like, I
have no conviction.
That's
all right. So George of the Jungle.
Okay, so yeah, that I didn't have much more to say about that. Everybody knows that movie, right? You know, that's the one that like made him really famous.
Yeah, I guess.
Before The Mummy. But yeah, it's my friend, I mentioned him last time, my friend Ben, it's up there, it's like, I know it's his top 3, I think it's Bedazzled, George of the Jungle, and School Ties, I think those are his, like, so, I've watched it a couple times, and it was pretty good. So Mrs. Winterbourne, the one that starts with the train crash, he plays twins, the first one dies in said train crash.
Okay.
And then the other one seems like kind of a snobby asshole, but it turns into like, it is a romance story. Ricky Lake plays the romantic interest.
Oh, okay.
Which Ben cannot stand her for some reason.
I love her in, because I think most people know her from when she used to have a talk show, but I knew her when she was heavy, when she was in the original Hairspray.
Okay.
She was in John Waters' Hairspray before it was a musical with John Travolta and all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
So, yeah.
But okay, premise of Mrs. Winterbourne is so Ricky Lake is heavily pregnant, and she got ditched by the guy who got her pregnant. Mm-hmm. He's a huge asshole. He actually that actor is in another Brendan Fraser movie that's going to be up at the top.
Okay.
He plays Jude in Passion of Darkly Noon.
Okay.
But yeah, in this he's a huge dickhead. He like kicks her out on the street and like it's just he's horrible. Mm-hmm. It does I believe it opens and we see him dead. Okay. But you don't know why, you don't know like what happened.
Okay.
But so then it gets into the story itself, right? So he gets Ricky Lake pregnant, kicks her out. She ends up getting on a train, and the first twin that Brendan Fraser plays, Hugh Winterbourne.
Okay.
He's on there with his heavily pregnant wife. Okay. You're seeing maybe where this is going. He is so incredibly sweet as this twin. But if
he was paying attention, the train wouldn't have hit a tree. And he's 25, and he should know better.
Oh my god. Sorry. The fact that you worded he's 25 and you should know that. I guess that is what I was saying, wasn't it? But yeah, so he goes to get his wife like some water or something, and like the two of them are interacting, and because Ricky Lake's character is named Connie. I forget what her last name is, but and then obviously the Brendan's wife is Mrs. Winterbourne.
Yeah.
I forget her first name. I think it's Patricia. It is Patricia. Okay. So train crashes, and at this point, Ricky Lake has tried on like the wedding ring or whatever, which has like engraved Patricia and Hugh or whatever. Yeah. And like she's got one of Patricia's dresses on or whatever because they're bonding and it's cute. Train crashes.
Bruce Willis is the only survivor.
Yes.
And then Samuel L. Jackson looks for people like him, and then it turns out he's a real superhero.
Yes.
And it turns out at the end that Samuel L. Jackson was the one who was behind all of those disasters trying to find Bruce Willis.
I know. So that's also a very good series. But
Unbreakable, yeah.
Yeah. Buffering. So Hugh dies and his wife dies. Ricky Lake survives and gives birth. Like it literally that scene ends with like sounds of train crashing, baby crying. And the first time I watched this, I was like,
did it?
Yes. The first time I watched it, I was like, did someone just give birth? What the fuck is happening? So, essentially, the whole thing is just it's a mix-up.
Here's what happened. So the baby went flying out of her vagina. It went under the brake, and the train conductor couldn't hit the brake. It's like that Simpsons episode. Go banana! My version of this movie is way better. I'm gonna put that at the top. See, I like when I haven't seen these movies, so I can just create my own narrative.
Say whatever you want. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so funny. So Connie wakes up in the hospital, and they're calling her Patricia Winterbourne. And you know the baby is baby Winterbourne. Essentially, because she was wearing the ring, I assume they were like, oh, this random chick named Connie died, and Hugh also died, but Patricia's still alive. Key information: Patricia has never met Hugh's family. This was going to be the first time that she's meeting them. So, Ricky Lake's trying to explain to people that she is not Mrs. Winterbourne, and nobody's listening. They're all like, we understand you're in shock from the accident, but it's okay, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
She gets picked up and taken to the Winterbourne mansion, right? Where it's Hugh's mom and twin brother, Bill Winterbourne, also played by Brendan Fraser. And, which, sorry, obviously it is, I just was joking with it's fine. And now she kind of has to pretend that she is Patricia, right? But she's known this man for all of, like, 20 seconds. Like, she just knows that he's a nice guy because, you know, she got on the train and didn't have a ticket because it was a whole mix-up thing, and the train conductor was coming and he claimed her, like, oh, obviously this is my wife, you know. So like he showed her kindness, and that's literally all she knows about him.
And then her baby crashed the train.
Yes, and then her baby crashed the train. So you know, it initially she's like, okay, we'll get through this and then like move on. She's obviously very startled about the twin brother, who is immediately suspicious. He's it's a mixture of like snobbiness because he's like, she's clearly not like from a rich family or whatever.
He's fucking Bill Winterborn.
Exactly.
You know?
No, that's literally the vibe.
William Winterborn?
Yes.
The first?
Probably. And, you know, oh my god, no. Oh yeah, and also just because, like, certain things she's saying are, like, a little inconsistent. Because off the bat when she
and the
reacts...
baby's black. Again, my version of this movie is awesome.
For the record, the baby's not black.
No, he's serious black.
He's serious. I couldn't. His father's serious black. I knew that was gonna come back. It's just a matter of time.
I think about that when I'm by myself sometimes, and I laugh. I was in the shower like a week or two ago, and I was laughing, and the cat was sitting on the sitting on the thing, and I pulled back the curtain, and I'm laughing, and the cat's just like.
Did you saw the posters that Gerald made?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think that's why I was laughing about it. Was because of the Discord thing.
No, that's been like an ongoing. Oh my god, how did I get?
So Bill Winterborn.
Bill Winterborn is so a mixture of like being snobby towards her and like also she's not the best with her story. Yeah. So you know, comedy of errors. The mom's like all in. She's like, she's scolding Bill. She's like, how dare you, like. She's just lost her husband, like, you know. And I was like, what the... This is clearly not, you know. But he eventually falls in love with her. And then she marries into the family. But wait, what about the guy I said is dead that I already forgot about, you know? So he shows up to, like, I think it's, like, before the wedding they have, like, this big-ass party. And he shows up and is like, I'm gonna, like, expose you, basically. Like, I'm gonna tell them that you're not who they think you are. Like, you really thought you were gonna grift this family or whatever. And,
you and your black baby.
So he, like, he's like, give me, I forget how much money. It's, like, an obscene amount of money. But, yeah, no, he basically, he holds her information for ransom and then also, like, demands to see the baby. Which, again, he kicked her out on the street. Like, clearly wanted nothing to do with this, right? And,
Does he die in a car accident?
Mm-mm.
Oh, because it'd be awesome. The baby goes underneath the pedal.
My God. So, you know, they're doing this whole thing. So, at one point, you think that Connie killed him, Ricky Lake's character. Oh, no. Hold on. Yeah, well, she gets a gun, so you think she's going to kill him. She breaks into his motel or whatever, where she knows he is, and then she's threatening him and talking to him and whatnot, but then she sees he's already dead. That's what it was. And then Bill comes in, and she's like, wait, you know I didn't kill him, right? Because she gets startled and fires a shot or whatever. And, you know, but so they kind of think that each other killed him, and then,
It was AIDS.
It wasn't AIDS. We go to the wedding, and the mom actually takes responsibility. She confesses to it. But then, you know, Connie comes out and confesses. Everyone's trying to confess. And the cop's like, what the fuck, guys? We have who did it. Yeah. We just wanted to know more details surrounding whatever, right? When he kicked her out, or, like, shortly after he kicked her out, like, she had come back and, like, been like, hey, I'm about to have your baby, now. Like, let me in, you know, give me help. Yeah. And he was with this blonde chick at the time. And he was like, you know, he waved off the chick or he waved off Connie or whatever. And so now the chick presumably was like, wait, what the fuck? Or something, right? We don't know exactly what happened, but she shot him. Okay. She killed him. So, you know.
So it works out for everybody.
It does, you know. I was very happy with the blonde because, you know, this character, I don't remember his character's name, but huge asshole. And yeah, then, you know, now she's actually...
I thought he was Hugh Winterborn.
No, that's the guy who died at the beginning.
Not huge asshole.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
But then Ricky marries into the Winterborn family anyway, but to Bill instead. So now
he eventually finds out that that's not really his kid though, or that his brother's kid.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He figured that out.
Because black.
He figured that out before before they both thought that they murdered the guy. So. Yeah, happy ending.
Wow, I'd actually probably watch that.
Right, so the synopsis was terrible. I don't remember what the synopsis was.
I think it's great.
No, not my synopsis. When I read the little blurb beforehand, I was like, this sounds awful. I'm gonna hate it.
Baby causes train crash.
Right? No. And it was a solid movie. It was it kind of had this kind of quick undercurrent wit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It kind of subtle little oh, that's funnier than I thought it would be.
But it sounds like it's going the direction of a French bedroom farce. The way that everybody,
Yeah, the one line that fucking got me is Connie is being shown pictures from and you assuming it's child photos or whatever, because she's oh, in this one he's naked wearing a cowboy hat or whatever. And you're oh, he's a little kid. Yeah. She said, well, you're only in college once. And I was that's so funny. What the fuck? Little things like that. It's not, you know what I mean? The humor is just a subtle little oh,
it's dry.
Yeah. I love dry humor.
I like that.
The reason I have it in this tier, I think, is because the beginning with all the misunderstandings, again, cringy, I felt dying. There's a moment where they're oh, let's sing that song that Hugh always loved, and obviously Connie does not know it, so she's
what
fucking
year is this
improv
supposed to be
rapping. Well, it came out in 96.
But it's supposed to be taking place in the 90s, or in back in the day.
I think it's supposed to be in the 90s. It's supposed to be present day or whatever.
Because they start singing Two Lives Crew, Me So Horny, or something like that.
Oh my god. No, the song itself on its own would not have been painful. Mm-hmm. It's the fact that she improv rapped over it because she didn't know the lyrics, and I just wanted to die. Mm-hmm. But rewatching it, skipping past that scene, the rest of it's great. I think it's a fun movie.
Drown her in a Ricky Lake.
Yes.
Alright, next.
Guilty until proven innocent, also known as presumed guilty. Okay. This is based off of a true story about a guy named Bobby McLaughlin who was falsely arrested for murder and convicted based on really flimsy evidence. Mm-hmm. And then it follows him trying to get out of prison and prove his innocence. And I really enjoyed it. The butt is
his lawyer's a black baby.
No, his lawyer, it would probably be more effective as a black baby, honestly. She completely fucks the whole thing, and that's the thing is, I got really pissed off watching it because, watching the justice system fail is not fun.
That's just America.
Well, that's the problem. I don't want to be reminded of how garbage our justice system is, But otherwise, it's the story's really good. I feel weird saying that about something that really happened to somebody, but the way they, told the story was really good. Brendan's just having a horrible time, so he looks half dead the whole movie, and I kind of like that. And eventually his dad comes around, because at first his dad does not believe that he wasn't. He was well, obviously they arrested you, so you did it, which. Yeah. It's fine, but he comes around and then he's a huge supporter, and eventually they do get him freed, but it's been oh god, how long had it been? I think it had been 15 years or something. It had been he was in jail for a ridiculous amount of time. And but eventually he got out, and then there's a nice little scroll where it's he got married and now lives wherever. So yay for IRL Bobby McLaughlin.
Alright.
It's a really good movie. I feel like it. The pacing's really good.
All right.
Very good. You follow it very well. Yeah. It's a fun thing to unravel. Mm-hmm. The last in this tier is The Scout.
Which is the baseball movie.
Yes.
Right?
Weirdly, my dad apparently really likes this movie.
I remember seeing this one.
Okay. It came out... Oh, man. I don't remember. Hold on. Based on his hair, it's probably 96-ish.
Okay.
It might be a little later.
Yeah, it might 95, 96 probably. I kind of remember. Yeah. Because there was also that monkey baseball movie with the dude from Friends.
Okay.
Where he's a minor league baseball player, and this team has a monkey on their team.
Sure, why not?
And Brendan Fraiser was friends with monkeys.
Yeah,
and,
exactly. Oh my god. We watched like an interview he did about the monkeys in Church of the Jungle, and I guess they were temperamental and horny. So sorry, just when you said he was friends with monkeys, I was like,
that's basically what people say about us as well.
Right. But right, the Scout.
Yes.
Yeah, because I was talking about this whole endeavor to my dad randomly, and he was like, "Did you like the Scout?" And I was like, "You saw the Scout of all fucking movies?"
He's like, "I was gonna take you out of the will." And so we brought up the Scout.
But I do like the Scout. It's Brendan plays one of the most autistic coded characters I've ever seen in my life. All he gives a shit about is baseball. He's also like totally inadvertently avoiding some trauma.
Okay.
Like he
Aren't we
isn't.
all?
Well, yeah, he is like not acknowledging it essentially, but you know, the Scout itself is played by why am I blanking on his name?
It's Albert Brooks.
Okay, yeah. And he is initially he's working for the Yankees, and he's scouting people to join the Yankees, and he I guess a couple guys in a row he scouts like get nervous and fuck off, and like run away or like spend their time vomiting in the bathroom or whatever, which was so fun. So when he ends up going down to Mexico and finding that Brendan is like a fucking baseball star here. And as soon as he sees the guy play, he's like, I need this guy on the Yankees.
There was a weird period of time, 93 to 93 to like 96, where there was these sports movies where there was there was also a movie called The Air Up There, where Billy Crystal Billy Crystal's in My Giant. There's one where there's a guy goes to like the Congo and finds a basketball player, and then there's like another one where like Billy Crystal goes to like the Himalayas and finds a basketball player,
It's the baseball then.
Well, because that's the whole second season of Eastbound and Down is Ricky Bobby. Kenny Powers goes down to Mexico and plays down there. So
yeah, because Brendan is not playing a Mexican man. He is originally American, but he ended up there. That's kind of like what leads us to learning about the trauma, kind of, because he's like, they're like, well, are your parents down here?
Yeah.
Like, how'd you end up in Mexico? Like, in a casual way of just like, hey, what's this? How'd you get here? And he like totally clams up and like doesn't want to talk about it. He's like, I don't know, I'm just here, right?
Yeah.
But he's very excited about baseball. He's excited to get to play for the Yankees. And then for some, I forget why, but the Scout ends up getting fired before he can bring Brendan back up. So they end up having like this bidding war over Brendan. What's his character's name? Steve Nebraska.
Steve Nebraska. I love it.
And so there's this bidding war. The Yankees do win the bidding war anyway, which they probably end up paying more than if they had just taken it the first time. But they're like, hey, right? They're like, hey, enough of your guys have like fucked off that we want to make sure, like, get this guy a psyche eval to make sure he's gonna stick around. And
it turns out he helped a homeless man when he was in Harvard.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, they go to this psychologist, and he's very much like, hey, can you just sign off and say he's good? Like, it's no big deal. We did this, is just procedure, whatever. And she's like, well, actually, now that I've talked to him, no, there's something wrong, and I'm worried that if he has like a moment on the field, it's going to be really bad for him.
Yeah.
So they agree that like if he goes to therapy, he'll play. Like she'll be like, yeah, he's good to play.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of like how he starts like actually unlocking things, and we don't get a whole lot of details about it, which is fine. But
his twin brother was killed by a black baby on a train.
Yes, exactly. And he ends up like, he's also very much like, I don't have to play until. Well, so they were like, oh, you don't have to play unless they get into the World Series,
which is impossible.
Right.
You're not allowed to be on the postseason roster if you haven't played X amount of games.
For sure.
Yeah.
But for the purposes
That's what
of
September
the plot,
call-ups are for.
for the purposes of the plot, they love him so much that they don't care about him.
Wow, they
basically.
changed the rules for Brendan Fraiser.
Yes, and so he's convinced he doesn't have to play this year because I guess the Yankees at the time had been on this like horrible losing streak or whatever, hadn't been in the World Series in God knows how long. So when the scout agreed to
because
that,
when the movie came out in the...
I might have the year wrong.
Okay, because the Yankees won the World Series in 1995.
Then I have the year wrong.
Before that, the last time they were in the... But I mean, in the movie's logic, whatever.
Yeah.
But in the then before that, the last time they were in the World Series was they lost to the Dodgers in 1981.
Then I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the movie at least, they had not been in the World Series for so long that people were like, well, of course they're not.
And there was no World Series in 1994 because of the strike.
I did know about that. So this movie is after that, at least, because I remember that coming
the World Series in '93.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember, but yeah. So he's convinced he doesn't have to play, and he's starting to unlock things. So he's starting to get like unsure of baseball because I guess that was he's doing totally what I'm doing now with these movies and ignoring your problems by throwing yourself into something.
Do you think if we work at you long enough, you could play for the Yankees?
That'd be cool. That would be because supposedly I'm related to Joe DiMaggio. He's my dad's great uncle.
Yeah.
So supposedly, I've never met the man.
We've never seen you in pinstripes.
Yeah. Right. I've done pinstripes for refereeing before. No, but no, sorry, I had to. But buffering. Oh my God, where was I?
So he's unlocking
things.
Oh
yeah, he's unlocking things.
But all of a sudden the Yankees start winning.
Yeah, they start winning, they get to the World Series, but he's like, I don't want to play. Like, I'm trying to handle my own stuff right now. And eventually does get talked into playing, and they win, of course. But I feel like as I'm describing it, doesn't sound as interesting as it was watching it. Like, I enjoy this movie a lot. He's also got a weird obsession with laundry that was super fun, and eats, like, constantly. Just like little details I thought were fun. The reason it's in this tier specifically is the very beginning. He's very socially unaware. Like they're going on the plane to go back to the States, and he's got earbuds in and he's talking very loudly, and he's like, hey, like, you're talking kind of loudly. He's like, I know, it's because of the earbuds. I can't hear myself. And I'm like, please stop. But somehow, after that interaction, a girl slips him her number, so whatever, I guess it works.
Because he's Brendan Fraiser.
I know, but, like, yeah, he's, I don't know, it's kind of fun because he starts out very, like, unaware of everything and, like, just clearly in his own little world, and then, like, he, gets a little more... He unlocks a little bit more, and then the scout learns to give a shit about him because he clearly was just using him the whole time. I don't know. It's a fun, feel-good movie.
I remember seeing. I think I saw it on video though. I don't think I saw it in the theater.
So that's the end of that tier.
Okay.
So in the next tier, technically this was originally one tier called Solid/Fun, and then I split it into Solid and Fun. Fun is the next tier.
Solid and Snake.
Solid and Snake. There it is. So this has brothers. In the Army now, son-in-law, and this is where Looney Tunes back in action.
Okay.
Do we want to talk about Looney Tunes first, then?
Go in your order.
Sure, okay.
How long have we been doing?
48, Jesus.
Okay.
48 minutes.
We'll go an hour on this one. If we don't get to the end of it, we'll break it into a third one.
Oh, Christ. Okay. So, alright. Looney Tunes back in action. Weirdly, I have also seen this before. I remembered the, like, monkey diamond thing.
Yeah.
Which... I don't know how or why I remember that. I don't know when I saw this. Maybe when it came out. I don't. So what do you want to talk about with this?
This was a. This was 03?
Yes.
03. Okay, so.
Same year as Sticky Rubber.
Yes. So this was the second movie when I was at Regal that I had to, and we were literally just talking about this the other night. This was the second movie that I was the marketing manager for. Okay. So we had to do a like a campaign for it.
Oh, okay.
So the only thing I could think of, so I was like, what the fuck do you do for Looney Tunes? So like we had, like that's all, folks. We comes into that big circle thing. So we made a big circle thing to put where you walk up to the theater.
That's awesome.
But the only other thing I could think of was like I can get us Sylvester and Tweety Bird and Bugs Bunny outfits.
Okay.
But I'm the only one short enough to wear the Tweety Bird outfit, which was yellow spandex with the thing on top of it. I have fairly hairy legs, so I've got like hair coming out of the spandex. Some little kid rocked me so hard in the groin as I was wearing the costume that I fought for the rest of the day. I had 3 Adam's apples. So,
oh no!
So that's my big callback to that movie,
crazy.
and it's the blonde chick from Dharma and Greg.
Okay.
And then wasn't Steve Martin the bad guy in it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not so good with most actors, but yeah, this was a very fun movie.
When he kept throwing shade at Space Jam when he was doing interviews for it. I remember that.
Which I don't think I've seen Space Jam, actually.
I don't need to.
And that's kind of the consensus. This
second one's terrible. Oh yeah.
Okay. This was very fun though. I came in thinking it was going to be more cringy than it was.
Well, Joe Dante directed it.
Okay.
He did Gremlins.
Right. Okay. Okay. I see. I see the connection. Yeah. No. This was a lot of fun. I guess I should have known that it wasn't going to be cringy because Looney Tunes in general is pretty good. I just haven't watched any of them in God knows how long. But no, this was a lot of fun. I don't know. I don't have much more to say about it.
Yeah, it had like a spy Indiana Jones kind of vibe.
Yeah, definitely
to
like
it,
a little bit of an Indiana Jones like kind of parody thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fun. And then again, weirdly, I saw the few that I remember seeing when I was a kid were George the Jungle, Looney Tunes Back in Action, and the third Mummy movie.
Okay.
Which is so random.
Which I've still never seen the third.
Yeah,
Mummy
we talked about that in the last one. But yeah, very fun. I'm gonna group the Pauly Shore movies, not just in the interest of time, but because yeah. So Son-in-Law and In the Army Now. Yeah, Pauly Shore is interesting.
Listen the gist about it.
Like, the first time I watched Encino Man, I was like, which we're gonna talk about later, because, it's higher up.
Yeah.
I was like, why is everyone talking like him? And then now that I've, like, watched it a couple more times, I'm like, damn, like, I kind of see why.
Yeah.
Like, it's addicting. Like, his way of speaking is contagious.
The whistle.
Yeah. It's just so fascinating. Pauly Shore fascinates me.
Yep.
So yeah, I enjoyed both Son-in-Law and In the Army Now. I liked Son-in-Law a little bit better. I don't know if that was just plot-wise or like what.
I like Carla Gugino a lot.
Okay.
Is the girl in that one.
Oh, yeah.
But like, there's a line that my buddy Kevin and I used to quote to each other all the time from that movie when he's like, they're telling him like how to do something with the tractor. He's like, the blinking? And my friend and I used to always say that to each other for no reason.
I think you told me about it before. I can't remember if it was the last time the last video, or if it was the just before I watched it. But yeah, when it got to the blinking, I was like, oh my god. We used to
quote that all the time to each other for some reason.
Yeah. So Brendan's parts in both of those are Link cameos.
Yeah.
He reprises his Encino Man role, but he can actually speak in the Army Now. He comes up and he's talking about frogs and like eating them, and then the fucks off, and then
Andy Dick in that one.
Okay, yeah. And in Son-in-Law, he's like a random college student who like takes a frog and
yep. Is it like a costume party or something like that, or like a frat party? Or...
I remember that Pauly Shore had like very interesting costume on. He's got like I don't even know what to explain. Just tropical vibes of like a skirt and like the bra, and he's got like crazy makeup on, which was awesome. He's got like a fruit basket.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked Son-in-Law a little bit more. I think, like I said, I liked the plot a little bit better. And In the Army Now just felt a little bit long. Like I was like, you guys are still in the desert.
Yeah.
But
they just kept making the same movie over and over again with Pauly Shore, like In the Army Now, and like I think it was like Jury Duty. And Biodome, I like. The Biodome is just really stupid. Like, and it was filmed in Tucson, so I've been to the Biodome.
But yeah, thumbs up for Pauly Shore movies. The last one's Brothers, that came out last year. He plays another prison guard.
Who has a twin brother.
Yes. This time he actually is like a corrupt / abusive prison guard. Oh god, I'm not good at actors. The leads are played, they're a set of brothers, played by Peter Dinklage and why am I blanking on this guy? Help.
Is it John Cena?
It's not John Cena.
Is that
I think he was in Weapons.
Thanos. It's
Yeah.
Josh Brolin.
Yes.
Yeah. He's Peter Dinklage's brother?
Yes.
That's awesome.
They've like they used to commit crimes together.
Mhm.
Peter Dinklage ended up going to jail. Josh Brolin
jail?
went on to, no, regular jail.
He's in a regular sized jail?
Oh my god.
Could he slip through the bars?
Not when Sirius Black is on the case. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I had to.
I like that.
But no. Brendan's playing the prison guard, and so I can't remember if Peter Dinklage gets out regularly or Brendan helps him escape. But either way, there's like a deal there where Peter Dinklage's mom was also like in crime, and she had stolen like a shitload of diamonds or something, and they had an agreement to get the diamonds, and then he was going to give some of them to Brendan.
Oh, okay.
But Josh Brolin has since like gotten married, started a family, is like living a very normal life. He's put all that behind him.
Yeah.
So it's, hijinks of Peter Dinklage trying to drag him back into it and all that. And the whole time Brendan's chasing them, and he dies in the most hilarious way. I believe a Christmas tree falls on him.
Academy Award-winning actor.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was funny. It was but gripping still. I just had a good time watching it.
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, it came out last year. I don't know.
Alright.
It was good. Okay, so then the next tier is solid.
Okay. Do we want to cut this here, or do we want to go? How many more do we have?
We've got solid, easy rewatch, deploy in case of emergency and sleep.
So let's do solid as the last one for this one.
Sounds good. So this has Glory Days, looks like the second Mummy movie, Extraordinary Measures, Gimme Shelter, Standoff, which has the alternate title, Whole Lotta Soul, Breakout, The Whale, and The Air I Breathe.
Okay.
Glory Days, I didn't actually know where to put this, because it's not a fun movie to watch, but it was like, I don't know, it's somewhere in this area. Ben Affleck is so interesting in it. I have never cared about Ben Affleck before.
See, I've always been a big Ben Affleck fan.
That's fair. But I liked him in this. I mean, his character is kind of a dickhead, but I don't know. It's like I mean, you've seen this, I assume, right?
I think so.
Okay. Ben Affleck is part of like this house on campus. And they're all like about to graduate, and he's like, "No, we're gonna stay here." And they it's this whole thing of like reliving your glory days. And then like kind of the end of them all realizing that they've actually grown up and matured a bit.
One of them became Batman.
Yes. So it was a good movie. I would say. Like I said, I don't want to put it in fun because like it's not fun. It's not fun in the way that like Looney Tunes or a Pauly Shore movie are gonna be. But it's like it's a good watch, I would say. I think that's why I put it in solid. The second Mummy movie I have in this tier because I mean there are the obvious like dumb drawbacks with it.
The terrible CGI rock.
Terrible CGI rock. I felt like the plot wasn't as strong as the first.
And it just did a lot of the same things that the first one did again.
Yeah, exactly. It just wasn't as strong as the first, but I'd still say it's good.
I like the pygmy mummies.
Yes, those are cool. But yeah, I still liked it a lot. It's still a solid movie.
Yeah.
Extraordinary Measures is another based on a true story one. Oh no, I should have looked up.
Is he a doctor in that one?
No, but I get why you think that.
Yeah.
He is the father to 3 kids, and 2 of them have this like rare genetic disorder.
Yes, I have seen this one. Yep.
Harrison Ford plays like a biochemist or something.
I have seen this one.
Yeah. And they're finding it's not a strictly speaking, it's not a cure for the disease, but it like stops the progression of it. I wish I remembered what the name of the disease was. I should have looked this up beforehand, but it essentially you don't get out of childhood with it, and it's just debilitating and horrible.
So just American high school, like
and like it's it was just a really like very very solid movie.
Love Harrison Ford.
Yeah, Harrison Ford's good in it as well. Like obviously I like him anyway, but he plays like again he's like he's the science side of it, and he is kind of like an asshole because he's like, I don't have to worry about, you know, he's like, I just focus on my, like,
but then he sees the human side of it,
and it's, you know, it's a sweet movie because they find the cure in the end, and it's, you know, happy ending and all that, but it's a very heavy movie, obviously, because we do lose some of the kids, none of Brendan's, but we do lose a couple kids who have it, and, like, it's just, it's...
Do they ever find them? Did Peter Dinklage steal
Actually,
them?
I think it's just the one kid, but, yes, exactly. But yeah, very, very solid movie,
okay,
I would say. I've been meaning to rewatch it, but I just don't like rewatching the heavy ones, because I'm like, I want to, you know, have a good time.
So you're not going to rewatch The Whale?
Oh, so, like, that's the thing. I want to rewatch it, but not in a good way, you know what I mean? I'm like, this is going to make me feel worse. But we can get to that, because that's in this tier. Gimme Shelter. I thought he was going to be in this one way less. I'm not going to lie. There's more of him than I thought. So we're following a pregnant teenager who's got a horribly abusive mother, and Brendan is her, like, estranged dad.
Yeah.
I say estranged because, like, I guess strictly speaking, like, deadbeat in the sense that he, like, didn't raise her or whatever, but I think it's kind of, like, he didn't know that, like, the chick was pregnant at first, and then, like, just kind of found out about her later and was, like, trying to send... He's not, like, intentionally abandoning her, but so she escapes her abusive mom and knows about him, so she shows up at his house, and he's, like, very well off. He's got, like, a couple of kids with this, with a wife that he's got, and, it's just, like, you know, his life is very put together, and she turns up on his doorstep, like, you know, a complete mess, and is like, can you help me out? And initially he's actually on board, but his wife is kind of a bitch about it, and she's like, well, yeah, of course we'll take you in, but you have to get an abortion. Yeah. And, like, he doesn't explicitly say if he's, like, if he agrees with that or not, but, like, I think he does, like, his character seems to think that that's, like, the right choice, which, fair, I think she's, like, 16 or something, like, she's not, you know, so they're like, okay, and she ends up going to, like, a shelter for other pregnant teenagers.
Hence the title.
Yes, Give Me Shelter.
Give Me Shelter. I thought it was because of Rolling Stone song.
Right? I was like, I kept getting the songs in my head, but, and, you know, she ends up having the baby, and he does take her in. I don't know how he convinced the wife, but he does end up taking her in and the baby, and it's very sweet.
And the baby grows up to be Ricky Lake.
Yes. But
all these movies are connected.
Oh yeah,
it's the Fraiser-verse.
The Fraiser-verse, exactly. But yeah, again just heavy, but you know, because it's dealing with abuse and child pregnancy and things like that. But very
it was weird that the
movie.
Looney Tunes showed up in it, though.
Right?
That the abortion doctor was Daffy Duck.
Good thing. But yeah,
no, he wouldn't be because he would say, "What's up, Doc?"
Oh,
so you'd ask him, you know.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, very solid movie. And I was happier with the ending. Like I said, so based on the blurb, I thought that there was gonna be way less of Brendan. I thought he was gonna be a huge dickhead, but he's not. And you know, he's very much like, hey, like he wasn't planning on reconnecting with this kid, but now that she's shown up, he's like, well, you know, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna accept responsibility for you. And like at one point, he had written her this like letter that her mom never gave her, where he was he was like, I would like to see you. So like a little bit, it was the mom kind of getting in the way and whatnot. But I think it was a very sweet movie actually. Whole Lot of Soul or Standoff. He is in Ireland. Because his cousin's Irish, but he's running from. Oh my God. He's got like a wife back home. Well, I guess ex-wife or will be. The movie opens with him getting chased down the street in his underwear, and he's been stabbed. Okay. And then it reveals that it's his wife. So all right. When I say wife, I mean that in the literal legal sense. And then he has a like an antique store in Ireland, and he gets caught up. This is actually a really cool movie because there's a lot of like overlapping pieces. Yeah. Guy who plays O'Brien in Star Trek is in it as well. Shocking. Yeah. He's a cop, I believe. And then there is, I don't want to say mafia, but yeah, some sort of gang. There's a lot of gang connections in these movies. And,
because I said we need to start a gang.
Right? And this guy ends up owing them money, so he has this plan to rob the fish market that's like near Brendan's antique store. And
it's the name of the strip club.
Yes, exactly. Whole Lotta Soul is the name of the fish market. That's why it's called that. And he ends up like almost getting caught, and it's not even for a whole lot of money because he like they're like everyone uses card now, which is very funny.
Yeah.
I think this came out in 2007-ish. So I was like, all right, yeah, fair. But he ends up like hiding out in Brendan's antique shop and like essentially taking Brendan, this girl he's starting to see there, and accidentally these two children hostage. He also brought his baby with him, the guy holding up the place. I do not remember why he has the baby.
It's an Irish baby though, right?
Yes.
Okay. There aren't a lot of black Irish babies.
Oh my god.
If you're black and Irish, that's where the McRib comes from.
Right? Jesus Christ. Sorry, I'm just so... we end up learning about, you know, Brendan's ex-wife and all that.
Is Peter Dinklage the Irish baby?
No, he's not in this movie. Amazing. And we end up learning about his ex-wife back home or whatever, and also that he... it's not a coincidence that the guy took shelter in this particular antique store, because his dad probably... it's another instance. It's weird that I have these back to back. It's another instance where he had no idea this chick was pregnant. Like literally, they dated for a few weeks, like however many years ago that this guy is old, and like he just never heard from the chick again. But like she had been telling her son the whole time, like, oh yeah, your dad's like this big whatever in like California, you know, and also, at one point, he holds up a picture. He's like, isn't this you? Does not look like Brendan at all. I don't know what that is. They, like, poorly photoshopped a mustache on him or something, I think. It just looks nothing like him. Because I literally paused it and I was like, that's not Brendan.
It's one of the other characters in Bedazzled that he, like, turns into.
Yeah, exactly. It's the fucking cocaine dealer or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one, yeah.
Well, I just went with the mustache thing. But, yeah, like... He holds a picture, he's like, this is you guys at the beach, you know, and he's like, do you recognize her now or whatever? And I'm like, that isn't even Brendan. Like, it clearly it is, but like, it does not look, and I'm like, is this just my face blinded? And like, Gerald's like, no, Neil, it was Neil, I haven't seen this with Gerald yet. Neil was like, no, like, that's not him, what the fuck? I was at
Spirit Halloween earlier today, and I was thinking about you because of the whole Sinners thing.
Oh my god.
They have Sinners costumes.
Yeah.
And I was like,
if you...
Do you think I would get in trouble for that?
If you just put the costume on and nothing else, then you would probably be fine.
Oh, okay. Well, then there goes that part. Because I already bought the makeup. I didn't buy the
Stop.
costume yet. I was going to go straight up Al Jolson with it, though, like this.
Oh, my God.
They're like, we need to have a talk. I understand that you really like that movie.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Then I would really be a sinner.
Lost my train of thought. Yeah, I did.
But you would know which one I was.
Yeah, I guess I would.
See? I'm only doing blackface to help you, okay? So don't make me look like the bad guy here. I think some people could watch this movie or this video and be like, I think you might be a racist.
I think I just got dizzy, actually. I think I felt my brain just like stop working. It was just like...
Alright, continue.
Okay, no, I'm like legitimately dizzy. Okay. Right. Oh yeah, the picture. So, you know, I guess we don't know for sure, but Brendan's like, yeah, I'll take responsibility for this guy. And yeah, they have a standoff. Like the cops show up, you know, because they know the guy's in there. Then there's a misunderstanding, so they think that Brendan is the one who robbed the store, the fish market or whatever. And then like they find out that what he took from the fish market belongs to the guy he owes money to.
Oh.
It's like evidence of thefts that he's done. Like it was it's like a vintage coin collection or like stamps or something.
Yeah.
Something really like crazy, expensive and all that. And so Brendan ends up negotiating like, look, we can dissolve this without anything. You just have to put us in witness protection or whatever. And here you can bust this like gang guy that you've been trying to get forever. Which I think that gang has connections to his ex-wife. His ex-wife is like the daughter of a gang leader. Okay. I just don't remember if it's the same one.
Okay.
But yeah, so that all works out, which in the end. But it was just a really I liked the way everything played out. I liked the overlapping storylines because O'Brien also has like his son with him, and because he's also in like the law enforcement, and it's just really cool how everyone's story kind of comes together and resolves. And then the credits have like the most awful green screen of Brendan, the girl he's dating, Sophie, and then like the guy and his kid and wife, and they're like all on like a green screen beach or whatever. It's actually really funny. But yeah, so happy ending with that as well.
Okay.
But really, really good movie. Breakout is the next one. That is in the 2010s. I don't remember which of the 2010s.
Okay.
I think it's either 2010 or 2013. And I'm gonna watch this back later and be like, that was wrong.
Yeah.
But
the next video will have a whole addendum of all the
right.
things
Just like here are all the things I got wrong because my brain doesn't work. But this was really, really good too. So Brendan plays an environmental activist, and he gets arrested doing his environmental activism.
Yeah.
I believe he accidentally kills somebody, trying to like prevent them from chopping down trees or whatever. Not explaining that well, but so he goes to jail, and like his family is really mad at him because
killed a guy.
Not even that actually. That's why I'm like I think that's why he was arrested. But like basically because he chose his activism over his family.
Oh, okay.
So he's like estranged from his wife, but she's also his lawyer. So this ends up, which I feel is a conflict.
That's
of interest.
a conflict of interest.
I feel like that wouldn't be allowed, but for the purposes of the movie, she's his lawyer. They've got like 2 kids, and again, the daughter at least is very resentful especially because like
I feel like there's certain things he makes his agent look for in scripts.
Right, he has a lot of like trying to make up for being not the best father, which is insane because from what I know, he's a very good father in real life.
And his sons both look like Castlevania characters in real life.
They have 3 sons.
Oh, his 3 sons? Okay.
But I know which ones you're talking about. Holden and Leland.
Yeah.
I believe both of them have modeling career. Holden was recently on there was like a video of Brendan being like a proud dad and like a red carpet walk. It was super cute. But yeah, they're both of those 2 kids are models. Then his oldest is Griffin.
He's a Griffin.
No, his name is Griffin.
Oh, that's awesome. I was like, how'd that happen?
Right? What the hell was I saying? Oh yeah, Breakout. So he ends up there's I don't know if this guy is supposed to like be involved with the estranged wife or if he's just like part of the activist group or whatever. But he's like hanging out with them in a like almost stepfather type context.
Okay.
He takes the kids out to like camp or whatever, and they end up witnessing a murder because they're these 2 guys, Kenny and some guy whose name I don't remember. Kenny has had an accident at some point, so he's a little like mentally not there, which is relevant to the story.
Okay.
But yeah, they accidentally witness the older brother killing somebody.
Okay.
So now he wants to kill them because he's like I don't want anybody to find out. And so when Brendan hears about this, he escapes because the jail he's in. Now this all takes place in Canada, also. This might be
okay.
relevant.
Well,
yeah.
They have an honor system jail
right.
there.
They'd been taking him out to like work, which ironically was cutting down trees. Which is cool because I got to see him with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
I know, right? But so he escapes from his work detail very casually, in my opinion.
Well, he's Canadian.
That's why I mentioned it was in Canada. Like you know, he's got the chainsaw, whatever he's doing, and then like the guards turn around, he just runs off. Like he gets out so easy, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. But he's doing it to rescue his kids, right? So it's like he's chasing them and they're chasing the kids, and then also because they do kill the guy whose name I'm blanking on. But yeah, so the brother's chasing the kids, but the one brother, like I said, is a little off, right? And he gets a hold of the daughter's phone at one point and calls mom in there because he's trying to reach his own mother who has passed. We already know she's dead, and obviously he reaches Brendan's estranged wife. And once she realizes that, she's trying to like, hey, like, are they okay? Can I talk to them? You know. So it's like multiple levels of like trying to save these kids while those guys are trying to kill them, and I really like the way it plays out. It's very gripping. It's Brendan plays a good dad, which I always like. And he's also like a badass in this. Like he's like really aggressive, because I think I watched this after a few movies where he was like really not aggressive, or especially when I expected him to be. So in this one, he's all out. He's in fucking Rambo dad mode, and it's really good. So yeah, you end up really feeling for Kenny, like, because he doesn't know what the fuck is going on. He's like, I'm trying to help the kids, you know, and it's just and then he ends up dying, but he like uses his last like effort to like save, because the son got his leg caught in a bear trap, and it's just very, very cool. All right. Very good movie overall. But yeah, so Brendan saves his kids, gets back with his estranged wife. A lot of happy endings with these now that I'm explaining it. I'm realizing not. Huh?
And jobs.
No. Could have those too. Actually, no, I don't think there's ever... Because he's had like a surprising number of sex scenes. He has like 3 in Doom Patrol.
Yeah, I mean, it starts with him in a sex scene.
Yeah.
You know?
And then he's got one in Gods and Monsters. He's got one in movie I'm about to talk about, Air I Breathe. What the hell else? I don't know. He jerks off in Darkly Noon. There are a few of these.
And The Whale.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting about that. But okay. Actually, yeah, that's next. The Whale.
Okay.
This movie, I would put in easy rewatch if it wasn't for the word easy. This movie was so incredibly triggering.
Yeah.
Probably for obvious reasons. I did like it. I felt like the one room situation was very cool. I felt like I hated everybody except him.
Yeah, the daughter's fucking terrible.
Oh my god, because that's the thing, is like his character's not a good person either. No. But in comparison to everyone else, I was like,
he's the least bad.
Yeah,
of all the ungood people.
Which ironically also in The Affair. But no, yeah, he just I ended up really feeling for him, of course. But yeah, this was a very, very good movie.
Yeah.
In general, I know you had your longer review about it. I did not watch your longer review because I was like, oh, I'll watch the movie and then I'll watch your review. But yeah,
I saw that by myself on Christmas Eve.
Oh, oh boy, that's oh boy. I think we had different upsetting things from this. This definitely was, again, like very triggering on several levels, because he loses his boyfriend to suicide, and the eating thing and all that was all very fun. But yeah, this is solid. I think this lives up to the hype.
His performance deserved that award.
Oh my god!
And it was great to see him get that opportunity through Darren Aronofsky. And I liked. I just liked how there was so much in his eyes in it,
And that's the thing. I think this, I really like that, like you said, that he got this opportunity with this movie, and that he got the award for this, because I've been saying the whole time, like, even in the movies that I did not enjoy, or I thought were, like, objectively bad, he's always really good. Yeah. He sells everything so well. He always, like, goes out there and gives
and I think he just needed something like that to remind people how good he is.
Exactly. Because, you're not going to go and watch someone, I don't even, and see that he does a very good job with what he's given. Consistently. And so this movie, I think, really highlights that very well. He does a very good job, and like I said, he's also the most sympathetic out of everyone around him. And it's just, very good, but very triggering.
Mm-hmm.
I want to rewatch it, but when I do, it's not going to be
it's
in
not
like a fun way.
Rewatch.
Yeah. All right, and then we'll finish this tier solid with The Air I Breathe.
Okay.
I love this movie partially because it's told similarly to Weapons, where you follow multiple people and then you realize it all came together. Brendan can see the future.
Okay.
And as a result, but like he can't change the future.
Okay.
As a result, he's part of
so like
again another gang mafia thing.
Cassandra syndrome.
Yeah.
Where she could see that Zeus cursed her to see how people are gonna die, but she can't do anything about it.
Yes.
Nobody believes her.
And as a result, he's become very numb.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of follows what his visions tell him, and he hates it, but so be it. So he's like a not a hitman, like an enforcer for a mafia guy named Fingers.
Okay.
It was super funny looking at the cast list because each of the main characters are supposed to represent like 4 pillars of life, based on, I'm blanking, there's a specific mindset that they're following. Brendan's pleasure, which I will say when I read his name was Pleasure, I expected this to be way different. This is kind of a sad movie as well. But yeah, so he's pleasure, and the whole, like, everybody ironically is like, like he has not felt pleasure in so long because
so it's like when a big dude is called tiny.
Yeah. And then there's he intersects. There's a guy, Forrest Whitaker, I think, plays Happiness.
Okay.
He ends up getting caught up.
His wandering eye.
Yeah. He ends up getting caught up in.
You know what's a badass Forrest Whitaker movie?
What?
Ghost Dog.
Okay.
Ghost Dog is a Way of the Samurai. That's a fucking good movie.
All right. Good stuff. But in this, he ends up betting on a fix that in like horse racing.
Yeah.
Which he doesn't normally gamble, but if he overheard his coworkers and the horse's name was Butterfly and he likes butterflies, the whole thing. But he now owes money to Fingers, who Brendan works for.
Yeah.
And so we're following him at first, and in order to get the money back, he robs a bank, and it you see that he gets killed, because he doesn't escape.
Yeah.
He doesn't fucking wear a mask or anything. He just runs in there and steals money and then gets caught and shot. But then we're following Brendan for a little while, and so obviously, like I said, he's kind of dead inside because life doesn't matter. It's literally just what he sees. He is assigned to. He's got 2 different things that we're following throughout it. The Fingers' nephew comes by, and he's like, show this kid the ropes. And they could not have more. This came out in 2007. They could not have more perfectly summarized like asshole Gen Z kid.
Okay.
He's very much like, oh yeah, this is so cool. Like I'm gonna get so much pussy. Like that kind of vibe. And obviously Brendan's the complete opposite.
Yeah.
But he ends up, they end up running away from something, and initially Brendan sees that this kid gets caught and beat up. But the defining moment of that, where he gets caught on a fence or whatever, when it's about to happen, it doesn't. The kid gets over the fence and gets away, and in his shock, he ends up getting beat up. But now he it's the first time he's ever felt alive, essentially, because his vision just failed him.
Yeah.
The outcome was different than what he saw. So, I have a really great gif of him being wheeled in bloody as fuck, laughing his ass off. I was like, that's great. But then, so he's also assigned. Fingers had picked up management of this pop artist who was getting big.
Okay.
I don't remember why. There was some deal made there, whatever. And when Brendan looks at her, he cannot see any future for her. He gets nothing.
Yeah.
And so he's obviously drawn to her because he's like, I've never had that before.
Yeah.
And it's coming right on the heels of his vision failing the other time. And, but he ends up the girl does not like her change in management, and she tries to escape. Brendan ends up saving her and keeping her hidden.
Yeah.
And then they fall in love. Not a happy ending for them though.
No, I can't imagine it would be.
Because the one day he's out and Fingers calls his place and she picks up, and now he's like,
oh,
he's like, he had been sending out Brendan's character to search for her, and he just kept like, you know, pretending like he didn't know.
Yeah.
So he gets, you know, he's threatening and all that, and he ends up killing Brendan. And then he's like, look, you can't escape to the pop star, right? Find out she's pregnant with Brendan's baby. Fingers is like, you have to get rid of it because you're supposed to be touring and whatnot. She tries to kill herself. At the same time as all this is happening, Kevin Bacon is playing a doctor. Sorry, I'm introducing a whole new character. His character is Love. And I hate this section so much.
Okay.
Because it's just factually so incorrect about snake bites. And blood types. So...
Wait, about snake bites?
And blood types.
Okay.
I'll get there.
Alright.
I'll get there now, actually.
Yeah.
His wife... Or not his wife, sorry. A girl he's been in love with, but married, like... They're like a trio of best friends, and he's been in love with her forever.
Okay.
That's why I was like... So, she is, what the hell is it called? I wanted to do this job, I'm so mad I'm blanking on it. A snake milker.
Okay.
To stop... You get venom from snakes to develop anti-venom. Anyway, her dumb ass gets bit. And that's fine, right? I'm sure that happens. But then, so she gets rushed to the hospital, where Kevin Bacon's working, and they're like, they sent us the wrong anti-venom. And this drives me insane, because she was literally holding the snake. The whole room was full of snake experts. What do you mean they sent the wrong anti-venom?
Fate.
Sure. So then they're like, no, like, we can't wait for the correct venom to get sent. She needs a blood transfusion because the venom's already in her heart. So not how any of this works. Okay?
Do they use Brendan Fraser's blood?
No, he's dead.
He's dead? Oh, okay.
So...
Is there a song, Venom, by Eminem?
Totally.
Okay.
No,
Venom.
So... she can't use the blood that's in the hospital because she's got a rare blood type that I've never heard of, I don't think exists. I could be wrong. I might be wrong on that front. But still, she needs this transfusion. And then at the same time that he's despairing because they don't have this blood, he looks up and sees an interview with the pop star that she gave, like, whenever. Obviously before she ran into Brendan. And she's like... She was being interrogated by this fucking misogynistic asshole.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, what makes you so special? And she's like, oh, well, I have a really rare blood type. And she says the name of the blood type. So now Kevin Bacon's got to, like, go to, like, he tries to, like, not kidnap her, I guess, but tries to, like, get to her to explain, like, hey, I need your blood. But he ends up seeing her. I'm trying to remember because, like, he obviously does not get to her. She gets away. And then I guess he sees her later trying to jump off the roof of the hospital because, again, Fingers just told her to get rid of the baby. And
there's other ways to do it. Like...
Oh my god. And so now he goes up and he stops her from dying, like he catches her or whatever. Yeah. So she does end up saving the other lady's life, and she gets away from Fingers. So I guess happy ending kind of for her.
Yeah.
She is happiness. Or no, not she's not happy. She's sorrow. Forrest Whitaker's happiness, my bad. She's sorrow, which I guess is obviously, you know, whole thing of Brendan. So yeah, I like that. That's the plot. Okay. I like the way that everyone's story comes together. I really like Brendan's character in this.
What's a blood doctor? It's a
phlebotomist.
Phlebotomist. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Or a hematologist, but
both.
Depends on which. But yeah, I don't know. Aside from the whole dumbassery with the snake bite, which, fine, whatever. I
want to become a professional snake milker.
I do unironically want to do that. I
mean I want to be a gay porn star.
Oh, alright, that makes sense. Also, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I absolutely love that movie.
Okay.
I'm surprised I didn't move it up to easy rewatch, but yeah, very, very good.
Alright, so that is the end of part 2, and we will get into part 3, where we get into your top tier ones.
Yes, we have 3 tiers left.
3 tiers left.
Yes.
And we've been at this for An hour and 12 minutes.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
So it's all right. So we're gonna call this one, and then we'll be back for part 3.